NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a counter give to Robinson. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Daniels on first down. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Mahomes starting off with a throw. This one finds Kelsey. And he's downed after getting us up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Piran. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give right side, here's Pacheco. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play action, Mahomes. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And that makes it 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First down throw, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Throwing again, Mahomes. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to P-Ryan. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. We'll see what they choose to do. It's 4th and real short inside the red zone. They'll go. It's Mahomes. He finds him beyond the marker. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, Daniels. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Hopkins on the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 39-yard.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. The Commanders set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Daniels. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. Back to throw Mahomes. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to Worthy. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to the air, Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And our 1st half ends with 3 points. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breaths as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent 1st half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number. Now it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Completes this one to Rice. He's contained at the line for no gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. To the air, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hopkins put in motion left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Right back to Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 5. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. And That's a Kansas City touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Ground game stopped again. That leaves them with a 4th and short. And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run it with Robinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming up front. Just as equally motivated to get off the field.
The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running right is Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Working inside the red zone. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running left with Pacheco. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs put up even more points in a win. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it a 24-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Daniels on first down. Fires right away, but incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniels. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Again, Daniels to the air. He's on the move. That's cut beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing it again here. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a two-point try coming up.
The Commanders will line up for the two-point conversion.
And he's got a man. Complete. And he's in. The two-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a two-score game.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for two, but that risk pays off.
Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd, but you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.